Good morning and welcome to the presentation of the Youth Department's report for the Quadrennium 2016 to 2019. My name is Cherise Charles and I am the admin assistant for that department. During the Quadrennium, God has blessed the department and allowed it to flourish. And today, to give us a few items or to show us exactly how God has blessed us during that time period, we have Carol Bramble, coordinator of the NUC, Jamali John, president of AYMAC, and Pastor Brent St. Jean, youth director.
Greeting everybody. Indeed, it's a privilege in being here to share with you some of the events that would have taken place during the last 4 years. Indeed, it was a privilege working in the youth department, more so in the NUC. During the last 4 years, there were several major events that took place. And today, I would just like to highlight a few of them. In 2017, the National Pathfinder Squad moved the island as they march on to the square at the National Independence Parade when they did the national display for across the whole island. After the display, we received congratulation message from across the island, mostly from the Prime Minister and from all other individuals around the island. Indeed, it was a display that really showcased the talent that lies within the Pathfinder Club. In 2019, there were several activities that took place. During that year, that was one of the biggest years when looking back at it. During that year, we had the biggest Pathfinder camporee nationally right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in the leeward part of the island. We had over 400 Pathfinder campers on the complex. We had it just like it was an international camper. We had fireworks to mark the beginning of this camporee, which the children experienced and loved it. During that year, we had other different programs that proceeded that year. Let me talk about camporee a little. During the 4 years, we took Pathfinders, we took a contingent to the Dominican Republic to be part of the Division Camporee. Then we went to Guyana to be part of the Union Camporee. In each of the Union program that was put on during that last 4 years, we were part of it, and a contingent represented us. During that time as well, we saw our force contingent going off to Oshkosh to be part of the International Pathfinder Camporee. Indeed, that was something fantastic. And all the Pathfinders who went enjoyed themselves and came back saying that they want to go to the next one. In 2019, we started to produce our own local workbooks across the island for each class of the Pathfinder program, as well as the Adventure program as well. All of these class workbooks was produced right here in St. Vincent by our own leaders. And to them we say, thank you very much for the time that you would have put in to these workbooks and making them a reality. I must say special thanks to our former coordinator for the NUC, Director Jorin Ledo, who would have spearheaded that aspect of the program in getting these workbooks together. Indeed, we had a lot of fun and we had these things happening. In 2019, the National Pathfinder Jump Corps was permitted to be part of our National Independence Parade, led by Director Joseph Bob, who led the troops onto the parade square. Indeed, it was something needed and something that we look forward to. We hope by the next time we are able to partake in the National Independence Parade that our band will be with us again. Every year, one of the highlights in the Pathfinder program is the Pathfinder Week of Activity, which we celebrate every September leading up to Pathfinder Day.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light."
To bring the week to an end, we have a National Investiture Service.
Who dedicates whatever he is and whatever he has to God can make a marvelous impact.
Two Sunbeams, one builder, a total of 9 adventurers who are ready to be invested, serve, and enrich.
Summary is 70 adventurers, 41 pathfinders, 5 master guides who are evaluated and ready to be invested. So,
I'm ecstatic to present to you 70 adventurers. Let's stand as we bring this thing to an end.
Indeed, the uniform work here on the island has grown from strength to strength. During the last 4 years, we have invested more master guide than ever before. We have invested pathfinders and adventurers across the island. And today we are moving forward. Today, I just want to say thanks to all those who would work hard in the uniform war and to lift the standard to the next level. I pray that as we move on from here, that indeed God will continue to bless us. God will continue to lead us as we go from strength to strength. May God richly bless you.
Good day. As was said earlier, my name is Jamal John. I'm the president of the Adventist Youth Ministries Advisory Council, and it is a pleasure for me to present the report for the senior youth aspect of the youth work that we've been doing here in St. Vincent over the last 4 years. Now, of course, as young people, our main priority has always been evangelism. And our youth directors have been leading the way in this regard. We had our youth director from the Caribbean Union, Pastor Anthony Hall, who came to St. Vincent in 2017 and did a youth week of prayer with us right here at the mission headquarters. In 2019, we had our mission youth director, Pastor Brent, who also had 2 heavily youth-involved crusades back-to-back, and those crusades had baptisms of over 200 persons. And our young people have followed their lead, and every year in the Quadrennium, we have had Youth Week of Prayer, where our young people have joined with our pastors in sharing the good news of salvation, and overall, over 100 persons have joined the fold from these youth-centered activities. And we are very happy about these things. We have not only been sharing the word of God, but we have also brought our Christianity down to a practical level. And so we have coupled the preaching of the gospel with community outreach programs and projects. And so every year we have 2 flagship programs that we have. First, we have the Global Youth Day, where every year our young people go into the community in their respective churches and districts and find meaningful ways of impacting their individual communities. We also have weekend that we have every year where we have a concert at the end of the year, and we also have a humanitarian aspect of that weekend concert where we bring together canned non-perishable items and distribute these items in the community. And we have been doing that every year for the Quadrennial. We've also embarked on special projects. So for instance, in 2018, we donated chairs to the pediatric ward of the Melton Cato Memorial Hospital. And even when we have our youth retreats, we have repainted homes and found other ways of incorporating community outreach projects, even when we come apart for our retreat. And as far as community outreach is concerned, perhaps the flagship project for the Quadrennium is Impact Dominica 2019, where we traveled from St. Vincent to Dominica to rebuild the Botica Seventh Adventist Church. It stands out in my mind as the highlight of the Quadrennium. So we are happy that because of our efforts, the members of that church in Dominica are back in their building and worshiping, notwithstanding the tragedy that struck them some years ago. Apart from these community outreach projects, we of course have to have programs that are geared toward the development of our young people. And so we have a number of programs that we embark on every year that is geared specifically at youth development. Those flagship programs are of course the Senior Youth Public Speaking Program, the Senior Youth Bible Connection Program, and we have also had National Choir Festivals. These programs are excellent programs where, as far as public speaking is concerned, we train our young people to become proficient in public speaking as we mold them to be future leaders of our country and even further afield. In Bible Connection, we reached to the Caribbean Union finals and we placed third when our sister Janet Jackson represented us. This is an effort, of course, that we are very proud of. And our choir festival, massive program. That program has been consistently growing over the last 4 years. From the community college to the Arnesville playing field, choirs from across the island converge for an afternoon of praise and worship to God, where the young people put on display their talent and their ability and their dedication to the service of God. And of course, we've had our youth leadership training programs where we have invested numerous youth leaders, including myself, who got invested in the last Quadrennium. And we are happy to participate and collaborate with other departments in the church. And when we launched the Pass It On initiative, where young people were given opportunities to sit on executive committee, to shadow elders and pastors in their local churches, and have opportunities to lead and to be a part of the decision-making process. And of course, it's not just all work, but we make time to have fun as well. So we have social events. We've had boat rides to Mustic and Canawan, and we partner with the health department to have sports day when we have Hands Across the Caribbean. And we also cater to the social needs of our young people when we have events like the Gala and the Youth Awards ceremony. So these are just some highlights of what we were able to do over the last 4 years. And the youth department is, of course, very happy to report that over the last 4 years, we also made a deliberate effort to visit our young people more often in their individual churches, from all the way to Fancy in the north to Ashton Union Island in the south. to ensure that our districts and our local churches are vibrant in their youth work. And so we are very happy about that, and we have seen a resurgence in our districts and AYs across the 40-something churches that we have here in the mission. And we continue to do what we have to do to ensure that youth work is on the front burner of the SPG mission. We thank you very much, and we look forward to continue working with you.
The Youth Department of the SPG Mission of Seventh-day Adventists believes in teamwork. We believe that teamwork makes the dream work. And the only reason why our department has been so strong and thriving is because of the hard work of those who sacrifice their time, money, effort, and even family time to make sure that we are successful in our programs and our initiatives. It is my duty, therefore, to say thank you to all those who have helped make the last quadrennium a success. First, I want to thank God. He is the source of all strength. He is the source of all power. He is the one who created the youth department. And he is the one who loves our young people. And I want to thank God for looking over us, for guiding us, for blessing us, for giving us the ideas and for the creativity to really help us to make the youth department a tremendous success. I also want to thank the youth directors who have gone before me, specifically Pastor Terrence Haynes, who really went out of his way to ensure that the transition was a smooth one and gave me the necessary items I needed to ensure that I'm being a first youth director can be comfortable in my new position. I also want to thank the youth director for the Caribbean Union, Pastor Anthony Hall, who along with his admin assistant, Sister Carol Joshua, were very instrumental in helping me settle in as a new youth director in the SPG Mission of Seventh-day Adventists. I am forever grateful for their encouragement, for their mentorship, and for their kindness. A special thanks to the admin assistants who work with me in the youth department. First, we started with Sister Sonia MacDonald, who was a fundamental and instrumental part in setting up stuff in the youth department. She was later joined by Sister Sheris Angel Charles, who introduced this report. And I'm telling you, I'm blessed to have some of the best admin assistants to work with in the youth department. I want to thank the administration of the SPG Mission for their confidence in me, and also my fellow directors for their encouragement. I must give a special shout out to Sister Aileen Thomas. Sister Aileen Thomas served as a guide and as a form of encouragement to me as a director. Her commitment to her department somehow helped me to mirror that commitment. And as she gets ready to retire from her director position, I just want to tell her thank you on behalf of the youth department for her inspiration, for her hard work, and that she would have a happy and blessed retirement. I also want to thank all those who've come together in the youth department over the years. The national councils, AYMAC, NUC. We had presidents like Sister Jackie Chris, who was the president when I became youth director, and she did a fantastic job. She was later joined by Jamali John, and Jamali, of course, is always a hard-working president. I want to thank these two presidents who served in the quadrennium. I also want to thank our national uniform coordinators. Jewin Laidlow, Director Jewin Laidlow, has youth work in his heart. He sacrificed and he served as the National Uniform Council coordinator for the entire quadrennium that we are reporting on. I'm going to thank Director Laidlow for his hard work, his commitment, and his dedication. I also want to thank Director Carol Bramble, who took over from him and is currently running the National Uniform Council. I also want to thank all those who've sacrificed so much on AYMAC and NUC. We have the best team. I can say proudly that the youth department is blessed with the best team anywhere. The commitment is phenomenal. The drive is inspirational. And they are the ones who help me to push so hard because of their commitment to youth ministry and their volunteerism. And that's the amazing thing, not being paid, but still acting as if you are being paid because your service is not for the money, it's for the cause of God. I also want to thank all our leaders who've sacrificed. I want to call some names because it would not be the same without calling some names. Director Doreen Simmons, over 35 years in uniform ministry here in St. Vincent. She has been by my side from day one. She has never left me. She helped to mentor me and train me in uniform work. And I want to thank Director Doreen Simmons for her commitment. And she also has been serving as our National Adventurer Coordinator for the entire quadrennium. I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank God for my friends who've made it possible. I mean, I'm thankful for the friends that God has given. You know, they say good friends are better than pocket money. And when you have good friends, they inspire you. Some that circumstances change, but their friendship remains the same. And I know I have a friend in them, and I want to thank them for their love, their commitment, for having my back. And I pray that God will continue to bless you tremendously as you continue to support the youth department. I want to thank all my family, my in-laws. I mean, they've been a source of inspiration to me. My mother-in-law, Donna Bullock, and all my other in-laws here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Of course, my family back home in Dominica, Catherine and Jules, my parents, and all my siblings who have stood by my side, encouraged me over the years, and really prayed for me, and to help me be the person that I am today. I will forever be grateful. I also want to thank, most importantly, my wife, Anya Bullock St. Jean. She has truly been an amazing woman over the past 4 years. When I became youth director in 2016, end of 2016, she just became pregnant with Brianna. So she never had the chance to really enjoy moving around with me and going place to place. She had to fight through a pregnancy, a very dangerous pregnancy that required multiple hospitalizations, and to ensure that we got the best gift possible in Brianna. I want to thank you, Anya, for your sacrifice, for your hard work, for your love, for your commitment, for being my toughest critic and my biggest fan. I want to thank you for your commitment and your love. And thank you for Brianna that you have given me, that is a source of encouragement and a source of love and a source of happiness to our family. I pray that God will continue to bless you all. And I thank you, in spite of the late nights and in spite of the neglect sometimes, that you have stuck by my side and really given me the support that I needed so badly. So, once again, I want to thank everybody. The youth department is still striving. We are still pushing. But we understand it's not by might, it is not by power, but by the Spirit of the living God. Thank you to all the main players. Those of you who I missed your names, I'm only human, but I want to say to you, thank you. Our sponsors who supported all our programs over the years, thank you so much. All those of you who have sacrificed your money, your effort, your time, thank you. We love you. God bless you. You are an inspiration as we train young people to be the leaders of the church today. God bless you. Thank you. And this has been our report from 2016 to 2019. Thank you.